Have you ever experienced that agonizing moment, where everything seems to be going perfectly with someone, and then, out of nowhere, they just freeze? They stop texting as fast. Their answers get shorter. They feel miles away, even if they're sitting right next to you. In my view, our immediate human instinct is to panic. We assume we did something wrong. We think, okay, they're losing interest. They're moving on. But over my years of studying relationship psychology and analyzing how people behave when they're vulnerable, I've realized something completely counterintuitive. In a shocking number of cases, the more someone resists you, the more they actually care. I know it sounds crazy. It feels like a contradiction. Why would someone run away from a good thing? Well, today, I want to take you behind the curtain of human defense mechanisms. We're going to look at the silent, invisible panic that happens inside a person's mind when they realize they are getting dangerously attached to you. Let's be honest for a second. Casual connections are easy. When you don't really care about someone, you don't have to hide anything. You don't get nervous, your heart doesn't race, and you certainly don't feel the need to pull away. Why? Because there's nothing to lose. But I've experienced this pattern repeatedly in my own observations. The moment the stakes get high, everything changes. When someone starts realizing that you have the power to hurt them, that's when the resistance begins. It's a psychological phenomenon called hypervigilance. For many people, especially those who have been deeply wounded in the past, falling in love doesn't feel like a beautiful fairy tale. It feels like a threat. I feel like we often forget that intimacy requires giving up control. And to an avoidant attachment style, or someone with a fear of rejection, giving up control feels like stepping off a cliff without a parachute. So, what do? They pull the emergency brake. They create artificial distance, not because they don't like you, but because they like you too much, and it absolutely terrifies them. So, how do you tell the difference between someone who is genuinely losing interest, and someone who is desperately fighting their feelings for you? From what I've seen, true indifference is quiet. It's cold. If someone doesn't care about you, they simply drift away without any emotional friction. But when someone is resisting their attachment, their behavior is loud, chaotic, and filled with friction. First, look for the watching eyes. I've always found it fascinating how a person can ignore your message for 12 hours, yet they are the very first person to view your social media story. Have you noticed that? They are actively maintaining a wall between you, but they refuse to let go of the thread connecting you. They want to know you're still there. They are checking to see if their absence has made you walk away. Second, notice the unprovoked defensiveness. Have you ever had someone suddenly bring up reasons why a relationship between you two wouldn't work, completely out of the blue? You hadn't even asked them to be your partner yet. But in their mind, they are already arguing against their own heart. They are trying to convince themselves to stay away, because their emotional pull toward you is becoming too strong to manage. Now, this brings us to the most critical part of the entire equation. What do most of us do when we feel someone resisting us? We chase. We lean in harder. We demand answers. We send long paragraphs explaining our feelings, trying to force them to see that we are safe. But in my personal experience, this is the exact moment the trap snaps shut. When someone is pulling away because they fear a loss of control, and you chase them, you actually validate their fear. You smother them. You make them feel like the walls are closing in, and it forces them to run even faster. If you want to survive this phase, and quite frankly, if you want to turn the tables, you have to do the hardest thing imaginable. You have to let them pull away. You have to match their space with total, calm composure. When you don't chase, a brilliant psychological shift happens. The noise in their head quiets down. They stop focusing on escaping you, and they suddenly have to face the emptiness of a room without your energy. That is the exact moment they realize that resisting you didn't make the feelings go away. It only made them realize how much they need you. If this is making sense to you so far, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. I feel like so many people go through these painful silent phases entirely alone, and my goal with this channel is to build a community where we can actually decode this crazy human behavior together. Join us, it really helps the channel grow, and it ensures you never miss a breakthrough. Now, to wrap all of this up, human psychology is beautifully messy. Sometimes, silence isn't a sign of an empty heart, it's just the sound of someone trying to quiet the storm inside themselves. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you ever felt someone pull back just as things were getting deep? Tell me about it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.